Whew. What is up, everyone? Wow, I just almost did my own intro again.
One intro. That's all I ask for.
Dude,
One intro
I can't,
without you messing
I
it up.
really can't help it, okay? The fuck was that?
Okay, so we have all three cats down here right now, so there's gonna be a lot more crazy things that are gonna happen this episode.
Let's just stick with it.
Yeah,
Let's just keep it because this is just content. Welcome back, everyone, to the Great Gear Shift for 2 Days Core. I'm your host Hayden, and I'm here with my co-host Graham. Better?
yes. So today we are talking about Happy Death Day to you. Because it is this guy's 28th birthday
Yep. We did
today.
yours.
Yes, we did mine. That was the last episode. Now we all born what? We're having 3 weeks apart.
You're what? February or March?
March 21st.
March. Zach's February. You're March. I'm April.
Yes. So we're not even going
Like
3 weeks apart.
yeah, not far apart.
No. So we have some stuff that. Ooh, I have something in my eye. Okay, you explain because I'm gonna get this out.
So we have some new additions to the set. These are some stuff I bought us at a Comic Con.
Con.
So there we go. I have like these little coasters. So this one's gonna be mine for Jason for Friday
Obvious
13th,
reasons.
and my secondary one is Chucky because Chucky's my second favorite one. But what you got?
So I have Michael right there because I like Michael more than Jason, and then I have Scream,
Ghostface.
Ghostface right there from the Scream franchise. Which is a franchise you don't like. You only care for.
It's not really one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's one of the few horror franchises where I've seen every single movie.
Yeah, there's just something about it that every time I watch Scream, it's so I know when you watch a horror movie, when you watch a horror movie and it's like, oh my god, go this way, go that way.
Yeah.
And Scream, it's just so frustrating to watch it because of that reason.
And I understand that. I do.
Because it's more obvious in that movie that like you could have done it so much better. You could have gone this way. You could have done this choice.
Oh, that's a movie that I could do with Cooper or Tree when you're not Scream.
T, not tree.
Oh, T. I'm thinking about Tree. Talking about Tree. So that's a movie I could do with Cooper or T.
Which one?
Scream.
Yeah, you could do Scream.
Since you probably wouldn't care to do that.
No.
So also at the Comic Con, I got one of these. This is a Cinemark head right there. It's all 3D printed. And
Yeah,
then
all these are 3D printed.
and then I also got another Cinemark duck too.
Hold on. I never actually noticed that was a duck. I don't think you told me it was a duck.
Yeah. It's
that is creepy.
right. So he also had this big scale one too. I don't know how much that was.
The detail on this thing.
I mean, really look at the detail.
It needs the like the little tongue.
Yes.
Here, take that one. I'll hold this one up for you.
But yeah, he had a more of a larger scale one. But I also don't know where I put that in my house.
If this thing wasn't mounted on this, you could have held this on the wall like the skull for Predator.
I mean, you probably still could actually.
Technically, which one is this? Is this the baby one?
I don't know because it has
newborn.
Yeah, because it has the eyes.
No, they didn't shave that down. But that's not newborn, is it?
No, it's not from the most recent one. No. It has the two eye sockets. I didn't realize that whenever I got. So I don't really care with this about the scene most with the eyes. It's I can't think of which one this is on top of my head.
That's not the one she gave birth to, right?
No. I don't think it's from the new one because the new one.
The new one, the other one where there's like a newborn.
It could be that one.
This is bigger though.
It could be that one. I have to look at pictures of it.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've actually seen that movie. I don't really watch that one a whole lot because it's not really that good, but it's still one if I want to watch, I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got these things now.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm gonna get that large scale one.
And we have a new setup that we might put up.
Yes.
Technically put it up because I don't know if it was in bed, but
Yeah, so I got a whole bunch of stuff at Party City
Yeah.
when they were going out of business. So I got a Field of Night, which I think would be really cool for like zombie movies. And then I got
You got something for it.
something from it. What's this?
We'll float to or something.
Yeah. And then I also got like
George.
I also that's what franchise we really need to do this summer. Okay, so my nephew's also over too. They were out on the patio, but I guess they're all inside now.
Yeah, because they just ran that way.
Yeah.
Now they're running back.
And then I also got a haunted. It's like a haunted mansion type thing. It reminds me of I can't think of the movie.
Haunted Mansion.
No.
Axe
It's
Family.
it's about a girl who gets invited to a dinner, and they all. It's like some type of game where they have to hunt like hide and seek or something.
Is this the one where she's married into the family?
Not the white girl and black guy. No, not that one. It's not Get Out.
No, but the one that's called hide and seek is she's also married into the family
Maybe.
because it's a family tradition,
Yes, maybe.
and she got high.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
It reminds me of that.
that one
backdrop.
wouldn't be a bad movie to do, but
Yeah, no,
that sounds.
that's one we have to do too. Because I've actually never seen that movie and it really looks good.
I haven't seen it yet either. I saw the trailer for Megan too, though.
Oh yes. I definitely want to cover that one because
It's so more cartoon. Seems more cartoonish now.
no. So we went to go see Megan in
Carlinville.
Carlinville inside like one of these old town
This
theaters.
was a very old theater to where
Yes.
there was a balcony on top and a balcony on bottom.
I would love to see Megan 2 inside that if we could. That would
Drive
be-
all the way back down to Carlinville. Just
We wouldn't be one of the weirdest things we do. Like, let's be honest.
I wouldn't really. What we need to do is go watch Jaws out on the lake.
Okay, that would be cool. But anyway, so we went to go see Megan inside the theaters.
Did you say Megan?
I almost did, yes. I was watching a clip of Rampage earlier, so I may have Negan on my mind. And so I saw this comment like Megan 2.0 is like Tornado.
Yeah.
Which I think is so cool that they're going that route.
If you look at it, it's like Chucky mixed with Terminator.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
There's one scene I saw on the trailer, which makes me laugh at it a little bit because there's another movie based off of this. Like it's a little robot toy.
Like Megan's original form.
No.
Not now original form, but like the first form that you
No.
see. Okay.
So there's another movie where like I think Miley Cyrus is in where her mind gets put into like this robot. But Megan's also put into this robot, and she's like, "Did you seriously just put me in a child's doll?"
Miley Cyrus put into a robot.
Yeah, it's. I'll have to show it to you, but every time I see that trailer, I just love myself because it's like, this little doll has sass. Because in the first one, you don't see like her being more human. She's very robotic, very just straightforward.
You need to rewatch that movie.
Yes, she's very straightforward horror. But in the second one, she's got so much sass in her now.
Yes, I'm really excited for Megan 2.0. And then there's Until Dawn coming up.
Yeah.
Which there was a scene that I saw inside one of the trailers or teasers or whatever.
Is the one with the.
Yes, and that.
Well, part of that is in the game. I don't get it.
No, it's not based off the game though.
Oh, it's not based off.
No.
Why is it not based off the game?
I don't know, but I'm so excited to go see it because like, it's Until Dawn, and it's good. I think the movie has a really cool premise. We're not here to talk about Until Dawn.
No, we're here to talk about a Happy Death Day to you.
We got really distracted.
This is normal, but I feel like if they ever come up with another, they should say Happy Death Day to me and have it M3.
Oh, that would be cool. They were talking about the one, but I think it got canceled.
Oh, they need to bring it back because that would be like a perfect title, Happy Death Day to me, and it's like the final one.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I would really like this franchise.
By the way, so for his birthday one, you did blue for yours.
Yes.
We're sticking with red for me because red's my favorite color.
Yes.
Even though that's our usual one that we do. Red is my favorite color.
Yes, it is. You would have everything in your house red if you could.
Oh yeah, I would have a red car if I could. Like, you hear me? My wallet's red. My knife is red.
Your phone case used to be red.
My phone case used to be red, but that one broke.
Yeah. And well, as I have a blue
I
phone
had
case.
I had a red mouse. Most of my stuff, yeah, is red.
Yes. Yes. Your back on your computer is red too.
That
I
is
just
true.
knows that.
Yeah, it's
It just
that's
knows
another one.
that.
Yeah,
Um.
as some people think of it as a angry. Where I work, people are very critical on the color red for political reasons.
No. Keep going, because just keep going. Keep going.
They think of it as a very aggressive, angry color. Yes, red is aggressive. Yes, it's a little bit angry, but there's a good side of having red as your favorite color. It's very passionate. It's very um, inviting to me.
Gotcha. Well, so I deal with a lot of, I obviously work with kids, so I obviously teach emotions and colors and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what red is always associated with. That's what my mind was going to
Oh.
when you said that.
But yeah, where I work, a lot of them see red and they think certain thing, as you know.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for it to click so much. Let's just say this is me in my workplace. I'm a cherry Pepsi.
Okay, so since we don't talk about politics at all, um, what did you think of this movie?
It So I like how it tied in with the first one. Like it's the same character, so it's a continuing
Yes,
story.
yes.
The only thing that threw me off it was that the time loops evolved. If that's the best way to put it.
Well, that's actually a really good way to put it, actually.
Like evolved just from being Groundhog's Day into being like, holy shit, you're hopping timeline from timeline. This is like a top like Back to the Future shit.
Well, that Back to the Future, and it's like it reminded me of Doctor Who. Okay, because there was this episode where the Doctor and his two companions at the time go into an alternate dimension on accident, and that's kind of what you see inside this movie. They go inside Tree goes inside an alternate dimension.
Yeah.
Also, I should mention too, I'm just getting over a cold, so if I sound weird and sound really stuffed up, that is why.
I hope you don't give that to me.
I should be well past. I'm done with medicine,
Okay.
so it's just really
I was gonna say I have session this week. I don't need to miss another day.
no. I should be well past the. I'm not even sure if it was a cold. It may have been just allergies.
Like I should see the.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, so this is where the IV was, and this is where the band was.
IV?
Yeah, I had an IV
When
I was going through my procedure.
you haven't told me any of this, so
I just told you about this before we started.
you said colonoscopy.
It's called a procedure too.
Okay,
Yeah, they had to put an IV in you.
but you didn't have a colonoscopy recently.
I had one 3 years ago.
Yes, that's not from 3 years ago.
No, this is from Wednesday.
So what did they do Wednesday?
I went to have a colonoscopy. I went to my procedure. I'll talk to you about it after the recording.
Okay, now just the way you're talking right now.
What I'm looking at right now is because I have a bruise from the IV, so in the lighting, you can actually still see the bruise.
Just the way you said that. I that all out, please, because you're too confusing.
No, I'm keeping it in because I'm confused as to what the hell you're talking about, but people will spot it. Continue.
Yeah. So they go into an alternate dimension inside this movie, and I love that.
Did you ever watch on Disney Minutemen?
I have not.
Okay. Recapping this movie and the first one, it reminds me of Minutemen. Because in Minutemen,
Gotcha.
they go back in time and stop things, but they can also alternate what their the present that they go back to. But at the very end, they go back to day one of where all of it started.
Gotcha. So this movie we start off following Ryan. I don't think he's given a name in the first movie.
He is given a name, but he's not much of a main
No,
character. He's a side character.
he's only in like 3 or 4 scenes.
He's like almost in every morning of, right?
Almost every morning, yeah.
Every morning of the
Yeah.
first one, but
like
he's hardly given like a solid line.
it's the same lines.
It's the same line.
Yeah.
Memorize your line. This is all you get.
Yeah. So anyway, we follow Ryan, who turns out to be in charge of this machine called the Sissy, which is a very interesting acronym. I'm not
Do
even.
you know why it's called Sissy?
It stands for something.
Okay, so Greek mythology. Who's
Okay.
I don't remember his full name, but it's the guy that pushes the boulder up the mountain. Okay.
Not ringing a bell.
I don't. Kaylee would know this, but there is a god or somebody that's being punished, so he has to constantly push this boulder up a hill. And once he gets up to the top of the mountain, it rolls back down, and he's got to constantly push it back up. That's the reference.
That's Also, I feel like that's a parable from the Bible.
I'll look it up, but that is what it
Okay.
is.
That feels like a parable from the Bible too. So I don't know if you're getting confused with that.
No.
So anyway, the machine malfunctioned, and that's what caused the time loop in the first movie.
Right here. So in Greek mythology, the god Zeus punishes the king Sisyphus by forcing him to internally roll a massive boulder uphill.
Can you also look up the Bible? Because I really feel like it's from the Bible too. Or maybe
The Bible. You literally said look up the Bible. You didn't specify any.
this is what I deal with basically on a daily basis.
He did he not just say look up the Bible?
There's a word I want to say. I'm very tempted to say.
What do you want to look up? Be more specific than just saying the Bible.
Parable about a guy going up a mountain. Parable, something like that.
Parable of what?
Guy going up a mountain. So I really feel like that's part of it too. I could be making it up too.
Probably.
Okay, that's what I was thinking about. So it's a parable about a man climbing a mountain, which can symbolize the journey toward spiritual growth.
Yes, but that has nothing to do with the name.
No, but that's
The one that
Yeah, no. No, you were accurate on yours. I
Yeah.
was just thinking also about a guy going up a mountain.
But that is the reason why they named the machine that.
Gotcha.
It's supposed to represent the constant reoccurrence of time.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about why the thing was called Sissy or something, and then you were talking about what's his name being the main character now.
Yeah, so we follow Ryan, and the dean of the school, of the university, shuts down the project that they're doing. And so Sissy gets deactivated.
Yeah.
And Ryan starts hearing a real noise, goes inside this restricted area, and gets killed by a person in a baby face mask. And then wakes up back into his car, and the loop starts over again.
But the weird thing is that the baby face in this one is a completely different person.
Yes, because Roy, who was the baby face in the first movie, is dead.
Yes.
Inside this universe, at least.
Because he addresses it to his roommate, who's dating Tree.
Yes.
And they're like, well, it can't be Lori. It can't be what's his name because they're both dead.
Toombs.
Yeah.
The serial kill, Toombs. Because they're both dead. I don't remember Toombs dying in the first movie.
Oh, yeah, they killed him.
Okay.
She killed him before killing Lord because then she realized that it was Lord.
Okay. Maybe I looked down. I don't know. I just don't remember him dying. Anyway, so they try figuring out, what is going on in all of this. And they find the babyface killer and knock him out.
Yep.
I also just skipped like a whole bunch of the science stuff there, but
How the fuck is it already 2 o'clock?
already,
Yeah, it's already 2.
jeez, we came here late too.
Your clock is ahead. Like it is 1:59, and your phone is saying it's 2:02.
That's Android time.
Dude, we both have an Android.
I don't know. My time's always been like that. I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, because 2 o'clock.
It's fine. It's 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
3. Hello.
2:02.
It was 2:02 when it was 1:59. Continue.
Um.
Oh no, your phone.
So, do you want to tell who the killer is this time?
In the first part of the movie?
Yeah. Because there's like 3 different killers.
There are 3 different killers. I'm trying to remember who the first one was. I know who the last 2 are, but I don't remember the first one exactly.
It was Ryan.
Who's Ryan?
Yes. A alternate dimension Ryan. He was
No, that's right.
put back
Is
into
he-
time to
Yep.
stop Ryan, which also creates a paradox too.
Yes. I forgot that it was the. Yep.
Yeah.
It's replaying. It's replaying in my head now.
So they take Ryan.
Shut up, fake Ryan.
They take fake Ryan to the sissy room. Yes, I'm gonna have fun with
We
this.
really need to.
I'm gonna have fun with this.
Shit. Okay.
And tie him up and stuff and start questioning him. And he's like, you're about to make a mistake. Don't do this. And Ryan starts acting the machine as the dean, and 2 security guards come in. And I really like the scene of, what does he have, a wrench? He has something inside his hand, Ryan.
Yeah.
No, real Ryan.
Was it like a screwdriver or something?
A screwdriver or a wrench or something. He's like swinging at the security guys, and they're like scared of him.
The fuck was he wearing? It might have been a wrench.
Yeah. And then things like, what on earth are you doing? Get him. And the machine goes off, and everyone, like in slow motion, gets flung around the room.
Yeah, because of the energy field.
Yes, and Tree goes into an alternate dimension at this point.
Yes, and she ends up back
on Monday the 18th.
Yeah, back to now we're back in like the first movie.
Yes,
where she's back in what's his name's bed.
Yes,
Carter.
Yes, and I really like how she goes through everything
again,
and like everything's the same. I'm like, this is like really good detail because these movies were shot, 2 or 3 years apart or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, it's just really good detail.
They might have kept it from the first recording.
I don't know.
They might have kept it and just
maybe
they might have just said, okay, let's continue because we still have this time and we still have this place we can still make.
I do know when I was watching like behind the scenes,
to have aged as much.
I do know. Well, they're also like all like young adults too.
Still, I mean, 3 years, yeah, but no, 2 years, because 2017, 2019.
Was it 19?
Yeah, it was 19.
I thought the first one was shot during COVID.
First one shot in 2017. Second one's 2019.
Okay, I could have sworn it was COVID time.
Yeah, second one came out in 2019. COVID.
COVID was 2020.
19.
It was shot in 19.
COVID started at the end of 2019. It
yes,
progressed in 2020.
Yes, it started at the end of 19.
Yes,
so it wasn't really a theme.
It didn't progress till 2020.
Yes. Anyway,
actually no, because I was at a party at the end of 19, and yet my parents think I got it from the party. That it wasn't in America at that time.
My mom had it in February of 2020. We're 90% sure.
I didn't get it at all during that entire thing, but yep, my entire family did. I was in the same house as all of them.
Yeah, so was I. My family never got.
It's weird.
Oh no, my dad got it, but no one else in my household got sick.
Yeah, I didn't get COVID till last Christmas.
That's right, you did.
Yeah,
and I got.
I don't know how I got it.
And I got COVID, a year from last Christmas.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how the hell I got that.
Well, I know how I got. I work with kids.
But yet you work with kids. You have germ foam everywhere, but I still don't know how I got mine.
Why do you think
Back to the movie. We're getting off track here.
we really need Kelly come with us on these?
I tried convincing her. She didn't want to.
I mean, you said for me. She'll listen to
No,
me.
she wants to play her. She wants to. She got the new Assassin's Creed game, so I'm letting her play.
Anyway, so I do know like a behind the scenes thing. She's gonna jump up, Bill. Oh, she's gonna jump on your lap.
No, I'm not reliving that.
I do know like behind the scenes thing. They had to like completely recreate that Carter's room bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to like go through all the details again and all of that. And so Tree goes back to her sorority house.
Yeah. Sees Lori.
And confronts Lori, and it's like, "Where's the cupcake?"
Yeah.
Because like Tree's not playing around.
She's like, "Bitch, the cake. Give it to me."
And Lori's like, "I have no clue what you're on, but have a good day. Bye. See ya."
Yeah.
And so she's like automatically ruled out like that the killer.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, because there's no cupcake.
Yeah. And so we have to figure out who the killer is this time. Because it's all new. It's a whole new.
Yeah, because she's got to go through everything, so she goes sees her dad.
Yes. And that's when she finds out
the biggest plot twist.
I saw it coming, though.
I kind of, I was hoping for like Lord to be the killer again, and she just kills her right then and there. But I was not expecting this part.
I was like, when she was like, everything's different now, or things have changed.
Yeah.
I was like, the mom's alive. The mom's alive. The mom's alive. And lo and behold, the mom's alive.
Yeah, this part wasn't really expecting.
Yeah, no, I saw this one coming. And it was sad.
It was.
Just like, both of us, we still both have our parents.
Yes.
And that's something like, we can't imagine.
No, we can't.
At least I can't. Like,
the only thing that would count close enough is probably our grandparents.
yes. And we both have lost our grandparents. Well, do you have any?
I have one grandma left.
You do? Okay.
But I'd still give another day to have one more day with either my grandma or my grandpa.
Oh yeah, me too. Within a heartbeat. I would, I would love to go back to 10, 15 years ago just to spend time with them again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned this, but I lost my last grandparent last
Yeah,
May.
it was recent.
It was almost been a year.
It's almost been a year, but yeah, I remember.
A year ago, she was either in the hospital or just gotten out of the hospital.
From this point of last year.
Yeah.
I think she got out of the hospital because she was at home for a while.
It was right before Easter. I don't remember when Easter was last year.
Yeah, because she was home for Easter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she was. She was, because we had everyone over because we kind of... My mom saw the signs earlier than I did.
Yeah.
I thought she would still be around, but she got put on hospice like 2 weeks after Easter.
Mm-hmm. The hell?
It's a box.
Okay. The cats are moving shit.
It's a box. Like I said, all 3 cats were down here. Actually, I only see one though.
Fina went that way, I think.
Hey, good job. You remember the name.
I know the name of the orange cat. It's not me that doesn't know that.
What's that one's name?
I can't.
The one that kidnaps you.
That's Breezy.
Okay. The other one?
It's the big one I don't know.
Cabby.
Okay.
I call cabs.
I'll call it Chunky. Chunkers. Where's Chunkers?
Yeah, I don't know. She can't fit through that door down there.
No, I know she can't. Dude, when I came down, she was right down there. I'm like, you ain't gonna fit through there.
She can't. It's a problem.
Yeah,
Fat.
she big.
Big. Anyway.
That's not her.
No, that's Breezy. Oh. Yeah, I thought I'd sneeze. Yeah, so the mom's still alive, and there's this happy reunion, and Louie's on her phone, looking at, not Louie, wow.
So,
Tree is on her phone looking at videos from last year's birthday, and she's like, "These aren't my memories." Like,
yeah. She's in an alternate timeline where her mom's alive.
yes. Um, and Danielle walks in and is like, "Hey, what time are you going to the party?" She's like, "I'm not going. I know it's a surprise party. You guys have been playing for weeks, but I'm not going." She just hit her
Yeah,
head.
she bumped her head.
um,
She does what Cloud does, where she just boom.
and I don't know how I feel about Danielle inside this movie.
So in the first one, her character was what? Was her character in the first one?
Yeah, she was a complete diva type. character.
Oh, it's that girl.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, the one who only cared about herself, like the typical sorority house in charge type person.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like in this movie,
In this one, she's got more of a character.
yes, in this one she like tries to act nice, but I still see her as this selfish person.
I'm just turning this chair so that she doesn't try to climb on me.
So she kidnapped him one time. It
So
was
this was before I had any cats. Where I
it was you didn't know Kaylee.
no, I didn't know Kaylee's on. This is when Miranda, our friend Miranda, left her old friend group and wanted to destroy
What was that night?
some unicorn, some pictures, and she stabbed and burned shit. I came down here to use the bathroom. I come out, and this cat right here is just purring up a storm. So I was like, okay, I'll just sit here and pet you for like a little bit. Because she's following my feet. And this is something my cats do where they just follow my feet and then they plop down and pet me.
But this was before you had cats.
This is before I had cats.
Yes.
So she does that. I'm crouched down. I'm sitting down, like I'm literally on the ground crouched.
I thought you were sitting inside a chair.
I didn't get to the chair yet.
Oh, okay.
Because it was right over here. And then I pulled the chair, got closer, and she hopped up and just sat right here. And I was like, the fuck do I do?
We were so confused. We were like, what's Hayden?
Because here's the thing. I had a cat growing up, but I never had a cat as a pet, so I don't know exactly how to pick them up. But now I do. Again, I grew up with dogs.
Yeah. Yes, that's the cat that kidnapped him. So that's why he's like, I don't want you on me. Yeah, you're not going up there.
Yeah, because she still tries to kidnap me.
Yes, she does. Where were we?
We were talking about the diva.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know how. What do you think of her inside this movie?
Her character has definitely more. Jesus,
She's fine.
her character has more of
Personality.
Yeah, I'd say personality.
But I still feel like she's a slight diva, and especially towards the end when we find out some stuff about her.
The biggest plot twist on her character was
oh yeah, she's dating
Carter.
Carter, Tree's boyfriend.
Yeah, that was a big twist. It was like, holy shit. I expected her to like get up and slap her and like get off my man kind of shit, but it was like, oh, that's not happening.
Yeah, right. And I felt bad for Tree. Because like they were really good together, and Carter made her a better person in the first movie. And so you see Tree going back to her old ways.
A little bit.
Inside it.
Yeah. The only thing. This is another thing throughout both these movies. They're on a college campus. Is this a weekend or weekday? Because how the fuck do you not have class during any of this?
She goes to class in the first movie.
She does?
Yeah, she goes to the professor's class. Gregory is his name. The one that she's having sex with.
I guess I just don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was only like in one scene though.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't remember. It's because it's never been re-shot.
But that comes up later on inside this movie too. So I'll get there when I get there. So she dies a whole bunch of times again, and the whole science group.
I'm just remembering how she dies. Continue.
Yeah, I know that. I know the one you're talking about because it was also the one I laughed at too.
Probably.
So, the science group is like trying all these like sequences, and
I'm thinking of something else. Continue.
okay, and they're trying to figure out like how to stop the loop and keep Tree inside this dimension because she wants to stay there because of her mom.
Yeah, but she's not with Carter.
Yes, but she's not with Carter. And so we get we get the montage of her dying over and over again. Can't say it.
Every day I'm getting closer, gonna take a bath with my motherfucking toaster.
That's one of the ways he dies. The one that made me laugh was the airplane one.
Oh,
Well, she
perfectly times it.
yeah, like gives Danielle and Carter the middle finger as she smacks on the
Yeah.
ground
So
in a
Danielle,
bikini.
Danielle and Carter are basically getting ready to kiss and just.
I mean, both of them the double middle finger.
I need to rewatch this again.
Yeah, that scene made me laugh.
No, the bathtub one got me
That doesn't surprise me.
because it just reminds me of that song. Every day.
Um, but anyway, so this one's a little bit different because the killer doesn't kill Tree; it's Tree killing herself.
Yeah, she's just constantly
to figure out the sequence.
Yeah.
And so she ends up back in the hospital, and
From more damage.
for more damage that she's done to herself. Like, how many times has she died at this point?
Well, she died 11 times, or 10 or 11 times.
It was
first
11.
And in this one, I'd say she's up to.
Probably another 11.
Yeah, maybe another 11.
Yeah. So anyway, she ends up back in the hospital, and the doctor comes in. Gregory, the one that she's having sleeping with, and she's like, sorry I wasn't in your class. This is why.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have absolutely no clue who you are.
Mm-hmm. This is where she figures out that she never slept with a guy, so
Yeah.
Lori has.
Yes. Well, no, she hasn't figured out that part yet.
Oh, she hasn't?
I don't think so. It's very hard to keep the timelines.
It is, because it keeps changing.
Yes, yes.
Because not only that, there's minor details that change as well.
Yes, yes. So anyway, she realizes that Tomb is still alive, and she's like, "Hey, we have to save Lily. Go save Lily." And she goes and kills Tomb
Mm-hmm.
with a gun that because she kills. Does she kill the police officer?
No.
No. She gets arrested because she goes to Tomb's room with an axe.
Mm-hmm.
And the police officer's like, okay, obviously that's not allowed.
Yeah.
Like, and arrests her and puts her in handcuffs, and that's when the baby killer comes out and stabs the police officer. She steals the gun.
Runs away, finds Lori.
Yes.
Yeah, and then tries to protect Lori, and then Lori ends up being stabbed.
Well, she finds Lily dead.
Oh yeah, she finds.
And she kills Tombs. And that's when the second baby killer is revealed. Actually, I guess there's 4 killers inside this movie. There's Tombs, Brian, and then the 2 main killers.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, there was 4.
Yeah.
I had to count that one.
I forgot about Tombs. And so she kills Tombs, and the second baby killer comes back to her. Wait, no. I'm getting this wrong.
I think you skipped ahead.
Yeah, I skipped ahead to the next scene.
Yeah, you did.
Because she doesn't grab the gun inside this scene.
She tries to go for the gun.
She tries to, but she keeps running. She runs off.
She runs off out of the building. Out of the building and
onto the roof and falls off the roof.
Yep.
And she's like, "That's a rookie move."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then she goes back to the hospital, and
gets the gun from the security guard.
Because the killer had already killed the security guard. Tries to go save Lily, but realizes Lily is dead. Kills Tombs. Second baby killer comes. Tries to kill her, and she sees like this explosive tank, shoots the explosive tank, and kills them both.
Yeah.
And she's like, if I'm go, you're going with me type deal.
So then we go down to another scene where she gets the gun, goes to Lori in the room with Tombs.
That's way ahead. That's near the end. Yeah, we still have stuff to talk about. So after all of that, she's like, I'm done. I don't want to die anymore.
Oh yeah, okay, so we're at this part.
Yes. And
Yeah, because her body, like, she can't really handle it.
well, she's on her last. I call this her last life. Second to last life.
Yeah, because
This is
where she goes with her parents.
yes. So she, goes back to the science group and it's like, hey, this is the sequence, and they're like, okay,
On the table.
I probably did. Or the cat did whenever we were moving things around, and she, just says this is sequence, and they say, okay, this is the right one. Let's plug this in, but they find out that there's a BIOS on the computer, so it's going to take 7 hours
One of the other guys.
to download porn.
Yeah.
Because why not?
I like how his response was, no, you didn't.
And Lily goes to her birthday lunch with her parents, and she's like, "Let's go. Let's hightail it out of here. I want to be somewhere safe."
Yeah.
Because she kind of knows at this point in time she doesn't have that many lives left.
Yeah.
And so they go to this motel, and her and her mom talk, and she asked the question, if you had to choose between someone you love or being with dad, who would you choose? And I think that's a very emotional question.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember that question. And she chose the dad, right?
Yeah, the mom said, well, if I didn't marry your dad, then I wouldn't have you.
Yeah.
And so that kind of, tells Tree that she's doing something wrong. Also, they revealed Tree's real name inside this movie.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, Teresa.
Well, I kind of figured it was Teresa from the first one.
I never connected that.
There's no reason why someone named their kid Tree.
Really?
Look, unless you're some woke person today.
Really? Like, let's think about this, Hail Hayden.
I'm gonna name my daughter Maple.
I could actually see someone doing that.
Oh my god.
I would, it could. Have you seen the guy on TikTok? Have you seen the guy on TikTok who is teaching 2040 and has to deal with all the real names?
I've seen something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Or one of them is like, what's my name? Quarantine.
Yeah, or Cornstalk is like one of them.
How do you run out of names? Like, just use your parents' names.
Anyway,
Just take any other name. You don't have to name after an object.
Tree's watching the news and realizes that everything happened at the hospital still, and that's when she realizes that she isn't the person that the killer's going after.
Yeah.
And Lily, the cop, and Cardo have died.
Yes.
And she obviously doesn't want that to happen, so she goes
She grabs her dad's car and
drives into the
some power
power
plant.
power plant of the town, and
She head on.
she really did. And
she had her seatbelt on, but she did not go flying out the windshield.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like that? They show scene flying out, and then she gets into the porn.
So yeah, that one was like the car was like completely flat. Like,
almost completely.
Yeah.
But just imagine they add that scene, fly out of the windshield into one of the foils and just fry it.
That was painful. That would be more painful than the toaster one.
Yeah. Wasn't there a clock tower scene?
Was that inside this one?
I think there's a clock tower scene in this
one.
one.
Yeah, because she falls down. She falls off of places a lot inside this movie.
Yeah.
Because there's the airplane, the clock tower, the rooftop.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's more inside the first one. I just can't think of it.
I think she falls. But she does fall out of the building in the first one.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a clock tower, but I do know she falls at least once or twice.
Yeah.
Or gets pushes or something.
I think it was pushed.
Yeah. And so the loop restarts and she goes back to the sissy room. and is like, guys, I want to go back to my world because she's choosing Cardo over her mom.
Yeah.
Which, okay,
Did she ever address that to him? I don't think she did.
what that?
Did she ever address to Carter in this world like, hey, in my world, you and I are together?
Yeah,
I guess I just never caught that.
yeah. Inside that scene, actually, he's like, "Do we ever get together?" Inside, like in your world, do you and I know each other? And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, do we get together?" And she's like, "Maybe." Something like that. I can't remember exactly what she says. Um, and so she goes and says her final goodbye to her mom, which is still just really sad.
Yeah.
This is sad.
And that's where they blow out the candle together.
Yes, yes.
Very slow.
Um, what was I gonna say?
We're talking about the cake scene.
Yeah, so the cake scene with the mom, and she goes back to the sissy room, and
You're just enjoying that.
I very much am. Yes,
Triggles? I feel like it's gone down.
it does. It does that. It's fine.
That is so annoying. I swear, you used to literally.
Well, we probably have some.
Back.
We probably have some.
Yeah.
And the dean takes the
You just stand and.
no.
Yeah.
Well, I like to sit. You have bad knees. I
We
want to
both
stand.
have bad knees.
I can
We're
stand that
almost
long.
30, we both have bad knees.
Yes. Anyway, she goes back to the sissy room, and the dean takes away the machine. You didn't have flinch on that one. You didn't flinch when I said sissy room that time.
We'll give him that.
And so the movie slightly becomes a heist movie,
Yeah.
trying to get back the machine.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the scene with the blind, where Danielle's pretending to be blind.
Girl. And how she does checkmate with chess. I like how she takes him down with a cane.
There's that one. That then she also spills like a whole bunch of marbles, and he's trying to pick all of those up. And then she goes over to the curtain and like
Rips it off.
rips it off and just like stuck underneath it. Also, the thing I've got to mention about her character, she's cheating on Cardo.
Oh my god. With who?
No name person.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Probably the dean.
Patras. No, it's like some handsome guy. So the only
It's not
reason
the gay guy from the first.
I don't think so. It could be.
That'd be funny if it was.
It could be. Because he's only like in a few scenes too.
Yeah, it's one of the guys from Letterkenny.
Yeah, and so the only reason she's with Cardo is because he's helping her out with homework and stuff.
Figure.
Girls
losing guys for stuff.
I mean, they don't say that inside the movie, but they imply it, so that's my deduction.
Every guy has been there one or twice in their life with a girl.
And yeah, and so the movie becomes a heist movie, and
yeah,
Danielle takes Dean out with a cane, and he's
like smacks his leg, whips him, nose broken.
He's like, you have to be careful with that, and oh my gosh, that's so much blood.
I know, like his entire face.
And he realizes that she's not actually blind, and that they took the machine back.
Yeah, because he takes off glasses and he does this.
Yeah, and the machine activates as they
run towards it, and it's like 4 seconds, and one of the guys are grabbing onto his leg.
Yes, but we're not there yet, so we have to go to the hospital scene.
Oh, that's where she went.
And Tree's like, "Hey, while you're doing this, I'm gonna go and save Lily." Because Lily's like actually a good person inside this movie.
Yeah.
And so something else we forgot to mention. She's sleeping with Gregory, and she's like,
yeah, and this one, she's the one.
Yes, and she's like, "Hey, he's not worth it. Trust me."
Mm-hmm.
And so she goes in and takes the cop's gun
Takes gun, holds him hostage.
while he's peeing in the urinal,
Oh yeah, that's right. He was.
and
Goes to the room.
he's in the urinal, and she's like, "That's a really bad time," because he had just started, so he still has like full tank down there, peeing. That scene also made me laugh. Um, and she goes down and kills the
Tombstone.
tombstone.
I said tombstone. I know.
Kills Tomb,
Kills Tomb.
and
Some green tombstone pizza or something. But we do have tombstones right here.
well, yeah, that makes sense why you would say tombstone. And saves Louis and confronts the second baby killer. No, the third baby killer.
Baby killer.
And
Which
she's like,
turns out to be,
you want to say
was it the doctor?
his name?
Greg.
Gregory, yes.
Turns out to be Gregory.
Now, when I was watching this movie, I was like, what if it's a doctor this time?
I expected in the first one, to be honest, more than in this one.
I know, but I just had this passing thought, like, what if it's a doctor this time? But I was
I
like,
figured it was either him or the wife in the first one.
see that's they try and make it
really make you think of it.
yeah. But it applies the whole Scream logic, like the obvious answer sometimes isn't the obvious answer.
Yeah.
But also sometimes the obvious answer is the obvious answer. Anyway, so Gregory's the doctor. Gregory's the doctor inside this movie. Did you know that?
What?
You completely blanked out.
Yeah,
though.
I did blank out.
I just said Gregory's a doctor inside this one.
Yeah, he was the doctor in the first one too.
Yeah, no, he's the killer inside this movie.
There you go. Yeah, he's the killer in this one.
Um,
Then the bigger process.
So, Tree explains, everything from the first movie, like, you want to kill Louis to make it, to put your veil to the side because you guys don't want your veil on public display, blah, 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 blah. And you were going to pin the murders on Tombstone because, Tombstone's a convicted killer who's already killed 4 people.
Yeah.
Just like in the first movie, that's what Louis did. And he, gets that little smoke and he's like, you almost got everything right, except for one thing. And that's when his wife comes out and she says, I'm part of this too.
Yeah.
I did not see that one coming.
I kind of did.
Really?
Yeah, I figured there had to be a partner on that one. But I was not expecting the wife.
Okay.
I was expecting somebody else, like Toon to be alive by coming back and he's like, oh, I'm with him. We're brothers or some shit.
Yeah. No.
That's what I expected. Not the wife.
Yeah. So even bigger plot twist, the wife shoots Lori in the chest area or the stomach area. And she falls down.
Stomach and wife.
But we haven't gotten to the wife yet. And then Gregory's like, there's actually something I need to tell you. And he looks at his wife and shoots her, saying, I want divorce.
Yes.
Which is cold. That's cold.
It is cold.
And Tree and Gregory fight, and she runs away.
What?
That time they actually treat on something, I don't know what. Tree and Gregory fight, she runs away. And they end up in an MIR room. MRI room. Wow.
MIR.
I think I did.
MRI. And scan your body.
Yeah, I know. I've had one before. Have you?
Yes.
Okay. And I kind of knew what was coming inside the scene. I don't know if you did.
Okay, so in this scene, was not expecting the wheelchair.
Okay, I wasn't expecting a wheelchair, no. I knew what they were going to go towards.
Oh, I knew what they were going to go towards, but not the wheelchair.
Yeah, so Lily turns the MRI machine on, and the wheelchair
flying.
And
puts him onto the machine.
And I love Lily's line inside this one, because she's holding a screwdriver, and she's like, "You're screwed."
Yep. And then let's go.
Let's go, and it goes straight to like his heart, and she turns off the machine, and he falls over dead.
Yep. But here's another thing. With an MRI machine with that much metal and that much magnitude, that thing would have blown up once that wheelchair hit him. It would have not stayed on. Like,
Yeah, but it's a movie,
it's
so
a movie, yes. But logically, that would not have
yeah,
happened.
no. So Lily's still alive, and Tree gets put back into her dimension after Lily's safe,
Yeah.
and then the movie just ends. I did not like the ending.
Didn't end there.
Well, I'm not at that post-card scene. I kind of wish they had more, like before the post-card scene.
No.
Like it would have been cool to have the dean go on about how inappropriate this was, and just you know see Tree and Talo develop the relationship just slightly more. And all you get is like Loy. All you get is Tree hugging Cardo at the very end, and that's it.
Yeah.
Um, but you get a post-credit scene of them uh picking up trash. I'm guessing some type of communal service for all the damage that they've done.
They did a lot of damage.
But yes, that machine did a lot of damage. And some men in black come up and take them back to the machine and say they need to activate it. And then you cut to a scene of Danielle waking
Yeah,
up.
because they wanted a test subject.
Yeah. And
And
you
they chose Danielle.
and you and they chose Danielle waking up, screaming in bed. Probably
Probably.
just died.
Yeah. She's like, God dang it, let me out.
And the movie ends.
Yeah.
Overall thoughts on the movie.
Very Groundhog Day. Like,
Groundhog Day mixed with a heist movie.
mixed with a heist movie, mixed with not Terminator, supernatural movement.
Yeah. Also some scream elements in there.
Yeah.
With the whole double kill and all of that. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, Groundhog Day because
She's just meowing, it's fine.
Groundhog Day because of the whole bathtub scene.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, is that a scene inside Groundhog Day too?
Yeah, that's the scene where he's in.
That's right.
Yeah, he's in the bathtub while everyone's down in the lobby in breakfast, and he's just right there.
That's right. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Okay, they obviously want something.
They went out, but they can't go out because the dog's up there.
I haven't heard them running around yet.
He's probably taking a nap. It's 2 o'clock, so yeah, 2:40. So he's probably taking a nap. Oh, sun's coming down. So yeah, no, I think I enjoyed the first one more, but the second one was still enjoyable.
The second one was enjoyable. It was just more a little bit watered down.
I don't know if watered down is the right word. It's more
Elaborate?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
It's more elaborate.
Because
they added more to this one.
Yes.
First one.
But the stuff they added made sense too.
If they take the heist out of it.
See, I like the heist scene though.
But it diverts from being a horror movie. The first one's more of a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's not a horror movie at all. They just make fun of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many times do you say yeah to admit that I'm right?
Yeah.
You have to admit they pretty much just got rid of all the horror movies.
They did. They did.
They basically made fun.
Yeah. I still think it's enjoyable. Okay,
I was just gonna say your cats are my cats.
She's just gonna go upstairs and she's gonna deal with the dog. Okay, I'm leaving the camera. Hold on.
Grant's gonna be okay with that?
She goes up all the time. So,
The door.
go. Bye. Yes, I closed the door so she can't come back down now.
Yeah, she's like, let me in, let me in.
Actually, she doesn't care about the dog.
She doesn't care.
No.
Which one freaks out?
The other two?
Pino and Gabby?
Yeah.
Tuckers?
Yes. But no, I still enjoy this one. I mean, I would give it, a solid 7 out of 10.
We need to have our own rating scale, like skulls or tombstones.
Oh, that would be cool, but that means more editing for you.
I could just put it in text, but yeah, I have to change it every time.
Yeah. But no, I still enjoyed it. So for the future stuff,
I'd give this one 10
five.
because
Okay.
of how they just make it. I don't like when movies do that. Like keep the same feel through. If you're gonna do
Yeah.
another horror movie, keep it horror. Don't trash it.
I don't know, but this one made me laugh a few times, and I like that.
That's not bad. It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
I would never get the picture of the wonderful in the swimsuit flipping off Danielle and Connell pouring out an opening. That is just level engraved in my mind
Yep.
because it was just closely timed and just capitalized the movie.
I need to rewatch that scene. But yes, for movie series like if you have Conjuring or Insidious, they keep the horror going.
Yeah, yeah,
There's none of that in this. And
yeah.
Smile too, they kept the horror going.
Yes. Have you seen Smile too?
I've seen clips,
Okay,
but mostly the trailer.
okay.
But they keep the horror.
Yeah. So coming up for some future projects, we may do an Easter one.
We may do it. I know there's no well, there is a death in that one. How do you not know Danny Darko?
I may know it. It sounds familiar.
That is a movie where there's like a giant plane engine that just comes crashing into a house.
Oh. Are we doing one on Until Dawn?
When that comes available, or if I can even hear for that.
Yeah, I just don't know if you're going to be available for that one. We're going to do Until Dawn sometime this year.
Yes.
Um,
I might not be in it for May.
well, you'll be in it.
Yeah, if we do it after May.
Yeah, after May.
But for after the next 2 weeks, we need to have a third host.
Yes. Um, yeah, so that's something that you and I are just going to discuss. I was also thinking, my mom and I could do an episode of Walking Dead.
Yeah, I just need to show you how to edit.
Yeah, that's something we're going to do Good Friday. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Yeah, I Easter wise, besides I know there is an Easter Bunny killer horror movie.
Yes.
It's one of those knockoff ones like Leprechaun and
Yeah, yeah.
Thanksgiving. Otherwise, I say Danny Darko
I'm fine with that. You know more.
That's got a rabbit.
You know more of those type of movies than I do.
Yeah.
And then so May, there probably won't be a lot out in May.
Not with me in it.
Yeah. I may try doing one with Walking.
You could try to do one a week. You could probably do one a week with May.
I can try. I could do. Me and my mom could do one on Walking Dead.
Sure.
In those 3 episodes, but I still really want to see those 3 episodes.
I'll what? Dude, you talk about them. I'll go look them up, but
yeah,
I'm not going to be available.
Yeah, no, I know. No, I know. I'm fully aware of that with your schedule. At least to do podcasts, you may be able to hang out like on a weekend, but not do podcasts.
Yeah.
And then, would you be available for one for Memorial Day?
Then in May.
End of May. Like the last week.
No, I did.
Okay, I wasn't sure. If you have session that week or that weekend. You don't have it that weekend.
I know. I'm looking at that.
Well, we'll
The
discuss it.
17th to the 8th to the 19th is possible.
Okay. So we may do one for Memorial Day.
February, May. Hi, Mom. I'll call you. Second through the 5th, I could probably.
Okay.
That depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably very stressed out.
And then there's the 4th of July one I want to do. There's a
I think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember what you called it because we did have this discussion.
I think it's called Uncle Sam or something. Hold on.
I was afraid you didn't want to do like Independence Day.
That's not a horror movie though. I don't.
Sci-fi.
It's sci-fi, but I don't consider it horror. Um,
What would you consider Alien?
sci-fi horror.
Sci-fi horror for Independence Day. It's
Yeah,
not like horror
yeah,
based.
yeah. Uncle Sam. This one.
You're seriously a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.